What's going on, guys? It is the MOSHCAST episode. I don't fucking remember. Your host, Almighty Sai. We got two very special guests, and their names are 4DRIAN and Simple.
How you guys doing?
Welcome, guys. Welcome. How's everybody doing today?
We're pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Pretty great.
You be chilling.
Yeah, be chilling.
Alcatraz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I went to Alcatraz when I was with my girlfriend in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then, we went there. It wasn't worth the money at all, but, like, you know, it was pretty cool to still like the merchandise and stuff.
You still
yeah. Oh, no, I sold it because we got there, and then the dude, he was telling us, like, make sure not to steal anything from the island. He was like he said, don't take any rocks. He's like, don't take any rocks so future generations can enjoy, like, you know, this monument.
Yeah.
And we get to the top, and they're selling rocks for $15. And it's like,
wow,
what the fuck? Wow. So I was like, I like the beanie, and I like the hat. I like our shirt. I like the water bottle, and I like the book, and, you know.
And you just fucking copped it.
Well, I drank it and I threw it away, but, you know, still counts. But
yeah, you just copped some shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I like to do sometimes. You know, I go to the fucking store and I'm like, you know, I'm kind of hungry and thirsty today, and I'll just go give me a snack, and I just
yeah. You just, you know, walk around the shelf and act like you're getting something else, and then
yeah, anarchy.
Where'd you get that shirt?
What shirt?
That one.
Oh yeah.
thieving.
Nah, just from corporate, you know.
Cool.
Power to the people.
For real, 100%.
Knocking down corporate America.
Yeah, fuck the
all
fucking
you
corporates.
fucking franchise chains can get it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I'm gonna fucking eat your fucking ass right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna eat you. I don't give a fuck.
Don't give
Bezos,
a fuck.
I'm gonna eat your ass. Zuckerberg, I'm gonna eat your ass.
That guy for sure.
What's the other guy? Elon Musk, I'm gonna eat your ass.
Oh no.
Oh, bro.
They're gonna have to cancel him.
Party foul, bro.
Who does that? Who does that?
Look at that.
Next, bro.
Phone ringing, smoking out of a big ass seashell.
Out of a fucking seashell, bro. Fucking. Nah, bro. Sorry, guys, if my voice sounds all fucked up. Allergies kicked my ass, and now I'm trying to fight the urge to die.
Oh man.
But I'm still alive and well. Bro, like, whenever I first met y'all and shit, it was y'all's first ever fucking
show ever.
gig. Show. And let me tell you, bro, like, it's been a few weeks and shit, and even to this day, fucking Lil God, shout out to Lil God, Sadzilla, keep on talking about how badass that fucking show was, because of y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's on some crazy shit, because, you know, Sadzilla and Lil God and Kid, shout out to Kid Creole,
Kid Creole, Potion, all of them, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually the backside of the fucking shit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then y'all showed up and y'all fucking blew it out of the fucking water. And we were talking about that shit on the podcast, where it's like, people, I feel like, should be comfortable with being the head guy in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because dude, whenever we were there, I was like, hell yeah, and I never even heard of y'all, you know what I'm saying? And whenever y'all fucking got up on stage and shit, and y'all fucking performed, I was like, this shit is actually fucking popping as fuck. Like, the dynamic of everybody that performed and stuff, it went very well.
It was really our coming out party whenever we did that. We for sure wanted to set a whole statement and show a new era was, because we've been like, we started a new era whenever, like, May. So we've been like for sure holding out for like these months, just working, get everything out, because we never want to perform, we never want to do like anything out there until we knew our shit was like top. So once we did it, we were like, all right, coming out party, let's place ourselves in certain places, certain categories, and then it was perfect because it happened to be all type of music. It was like grunge rock, it was like metal rap, it was like it was so much energy that was like, in your mama Great 5'9", I'd be like that funk stuff too and all that, like Sadzilla, crazy. But
Sadzilla fucking wild, bro.
It was that energy that really fed off, and I was like, okay, this is a more open, more serene, more like creative place to open up. So let's for sure do this with our performances. So it was just the energy already placed out. It was just capitalizing it.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it was. And the coming out party, and our new era's taking over, and that's for everybody.
New era taking over.
Oh yeah.
On bars.
Shout out for real. Shout outs everybody there. That shit was definitely a good start. Like, that shit was definitely fucking. When I first
got there, bro, I'm like an OG, bro. Like, in my head, I'm an OD, and fucking, I get there at fucking 5. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm like, hey, I told my girlfriend, I was like, I don't know, nobody's here, bro. Like, we're gonna start at 6. Like, what's going on? And then I show up at fucking 5 to do a sound check, and nobody there. And then we do a sound check at fucking 7:30. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to chill the fuck out. I'm acting like a fucking grandpa right now. What the fuck?
Nah, yeah, that's we for sure. I don't know. We just what popped up. We figured everything was already checked and stuff, but it actually worked out more because we had people coming in later. I feel like it all happened for a reason.
Right.
And then
and you had all those people that were vibing with y'all on the front. Is that your whole fucking group?
All right. So the whole group that was there that performed that night was Simple, me, True Wop, KBG, Roscoe, Dreams, Cruz, and Alex. And then so that was just basically like our whole circle of music.
Right.
But everybody else like friends and stuff like Next, J Money, all of like they're all cool.
Right.
But for sure the group that was who was up there like who was all rapping.
Basically, so are y'all so new era a group?
More as a collective, really.
It's a collective.
Like because we all have our own single like careers and like identities and stuff. But for sure, like as it's more as a movement. It's just getting everyone on board because there's so many artists that we work with that we record, but we want them as new era so we can represent them and just basically pushing the whole sound because like the problem with this whole city is that everyone's clicked up and egotistical and nobody knows what to do with anything.
Bars,
so you know what I'm saying?
Bars,
so it's like. It's for sure something we don't care about. None of the we don't care about no money, no fame, no. We don't care about it. But we all know it's gonna come as long as we're authentic and we're different.
Right.
So we do that. And we bring everybody. So everybody for sure goes up at one time. And especially with Amarillo getting so much bigger and us connecting with Canyon and like building new roads and everything, for sure putting us on the forefront of that growth and expanding and being different and like really knocking 22 out of the park. So this year we're just plotted. Now everything's coming out.
Right.
It for sure go along with the city and just having connections and stuff. And that's what I feel like was gonna make it stand out for sure.
Right.
And everyone's.
I think a huge thing that we focused on was like staying strictly about like the craft itself and caring about these artists,
right?
Just as much as we would like care about our own craft.
Yeah,
I feel like that's where a lot of the shit is lacked.
Right,
you know
right,
100%. It's
100%.
like having that chemistry, and so I don't think our group would have that much chemistry if we didn't like fuck with each other like that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, it's for sure been moments like where there's been up and downs, but it really shows the bonds and strengths of relationships, and that's for something that like all that turmoil really brings out. Like freaking tubular stuff.
Yeah.
And, besides that, like what he said, putting like that effort on everybody, it for sure makes other people take themselves more serious, and everyone feels like it's a part of a movement.
Right.
There's no way you could hop. No one's better. No one's bigger than anybody in the era. It's a whole movement, and that's the thing that some people I've been noticing are not getting.
Right.
Now they're popping out more, and they're getting a little wave hop, but it's not a wave. It's a movement.
Right.
So,
my mentality is I grew up in music and shit, and one of the things that somebody told me is like what you're gonna do is like a marriage, like you're fucking married to this shit, and it's gonna be fucking bumpy and stuff, bro, and like it's gonna be hard as fuck and sometimes, but like at the same time it's like you can't get away from it, and that goes with like if you're gonna be in a group and shit, like you said, a fucking collective and stuff. You can't get away from them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If butt heads fucking yell, fucking storm out the fucking studio or whatever and take a fucking day off or whatever, but tomorrow you're going to be back in the fucking stew again.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and you got to wipe off that fucking dirt off your pants and shit and fucking, take the L or take the W, whatever it is.
That's one of the reasons I feel we're exactly where we're at and the people we have around us is exactly the right people. Because everyone in the group has already been through something. Right. Like when it comes to that, and everyone's been or stayed around or like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even with me and him, like we've when we started it, we for sure had our downs, but like we're still here, but we're much more smart and aware of things and understand our gravitational pull on certain things. And I feel like that's why we're gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah, but there's four of us. There's a new era. There's 4 producers, and basically the rest are artists, and a lot of them have started to learn more just because of how much we work.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
And it's pretty cool, bro. It's cool. It's cool to see like everybody. Like the environment is so positive. Like it's just cool. You know what I mean? Like I definitely been in multiple studios where it's like definitely doesn't feel like a fucking studio. You know what I mean? Or it's like never about the craft. And I'm telling you, man, there's so many people I've met that I feel like are in it for like completely dumb reasons.
Right. Either it's like fame, money, or whatever the fuck it is.
And all that shows. It always shows. Who stays around, who doesn't, who's clinging on, and who doesn't. You're always able to see right through the fake, no matter what. People aren't dumb, and some people don't realize that. Right. But especially. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh no, what I was gonna say was for sure rely on yourself. We have a studio, new era, you know what I'm saying, 10th Street, and get at us $25 an hour first hour. After that, $50 an hour, and like so on. But for sure, teach yourself how to engineer, how to produce, teach yourself all this, so you don't gotta rely on nobody because nobody's gonna understand your image the way you want it to be. Just do it yourself.
Right, 100%. And that's that was the thing too. Is whenever I started getting into fucking podcasts and stuff, people were asking me like, "Hey, let me get on." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." I have a fucking schedule and stuff, but they're like, "Let me get on." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." like how much to get on. I'm like, bro, I ain't fucking making shit off this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
My mentality is if I'm not making money on my own, if I'm not making money off my merch or our views or whatever the fuck, then why the fuck am I gonna ask you for some dollars? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, once I start making money, you'll see some money. Yeah. Or I'll be asking for some money because I've earned it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I've only been in this bit. I've only been doing the podcast for about a fucking year. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, why the fuck am I gonna ask you for some cash?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't make no sense. Like you said, the fucking it's about the music. It's about the passion for it and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here because it's a passion. I'm sitting here fucking talking to y'all because I fucking want this shit. You know? That's all. That's the payment enough. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I fucking see in all this shit, bro. Like, New Era. Like, who started this shit? Who was the forefronts? The four horsemen of the New Era.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We got in the studio. Well, really.
Would you wake up one day and said, oh, this is it?
It was more as however you want to say it. Tell your story.
Shit. Basically, I guess I could just put it as like I met this guy a while ago, and then I had an opportunity later on to take one part of that studio, and so I jumped on that, and he was like the only person I knew that didn't give a fuck about like the feeling, like the bullshit. He just was always 24/7 making music.
Right.
And I had this. It was for both. I think back then it was like 5 years into music that I've been in.
Right.
And I had never taken myself serious. So then when I took myself serious, I basically hit him up, and then we had talked about it or whatever, and then got that started, and then like 3 months into that, was like 3 months.
I would
3 or 4 months. We ended up getting the other studio,
that's right.
The whole building pretty
so
much. we
opened up May 1st, and then we were like, it was around April, and then we were in the paint shop getting some paint because we were painting the whole studio, and then it was me, him, and someone else talking about what the name was going to be. So we came up with the name, and then we opened on May 1st. So May, June, July, August, September, October. June, July, August, September. Yeah, 5 months.
Yeah. Right.
We got the big studio, and now the building's ours.
How did that shit fucking work? Getting something like that. I mean, like I've seen I've seen that shit, the inside and everything. Like, that's something that just like, did it fall in y'all's fucking lap?
Kinda, because I was engineering for that other side before I even got an offer.
Yeah.
And then there was, I guess, just like a falling out there, and he wanted me just to be an employee, but then I ended up renting out that front room as a tenant.
Oh yeah.
And so then it kind of just started from him just asking me. Because he would have asked me earlier, but then I didn't, like, I guess he tried to get a hold of me and I didn't have my phone.
Right.
But then it ended up being, like, prolonged, so we only had the front. But we were supposed to get the whole thing.
Right, right.
But I had knew him through working there from the start, so I kind of had made that connection with him from the start.
Right.
And then it turned into all the way till now.
It all really, like, worked out for the better.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
It was exciting wanting like to get that big studio, but starting that small studio allowed us to like, slowly grow and understand like this business and like what our places are. And then, as we grow and get up like a little wiser, we have people join our team, and then it feels like a collective, and then we get the big studio once it's time. And a lot of it's really just like waiting your turn and like understanding how if you keep working and doing exactly what you want to do, it's gonna come,
Right.
Like, it's already been like 5 6 months, and we're at now we started with zero, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It definitely, we didn't have shit, man. Like first 2 months we were like, what the fuck? But I don't know. You don't know until you do it.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
And so like it's been a whole learning process and trying a bunch of shit, and then a lot of shit doesn't work, but you just try the next shit.
Right.
Try the next best idea.
Fucking does that fall in line with the fucking group too? Have y'all had falling outs with the fucking group members in the past? I mean, it's a very short time to have a fucking falling out, but it happens,
Honestly, a lot. I'm not gonna lie. A lot has, like, we've definitely learned a lot. Like, there's a lot that we took from before we even had the studio.
Right.
Because we had like a little mini first group, and then I guess I would say like
just like
understanding chemistry was definitely a huge lesson for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Was getting that down, because if one person's off on something and nobody's clear, it fucks everything up.
Right. Right. What about you? Do you think what he said was pretty much on point about that?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, understanding people's colors and stuff, and And not even just like from the first group, it's just like people you meet around as you go. Like a lot of these like rappers and like it's a lot of fronting going on.
Well, the thing that I feel like is I'm like super hungry for this shit, bro. I mean, I'm doing this shit every fucking day, and the one thing that a lot of people say to me is like to have fun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, cool, have fun. But like I'm serious about this shit.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna be uptight and fucking, you know, not laugh and shit or fucking have a good time. But like I feel like some of these people are like, yeah, you know, have fun and shit, and it's like, hey bro, like we agreed on this time, or we agreed on doing a verse here at this fucking stew, and they're like, yeah, I got work, or I'm with my girl and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, like, yeah, have fun, bro, but like at the same time, like we agreed today, you know, and even ahead of time, you're like, hey, it's gonna be a little bit, I'm gonna be here at 4 or whatever, and I was like, yeah, cool, no biggie, because like I know how that shit works, you know.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about all of this is not have I once had somebody not pull through on the podcast, which is really cool, but at the same time, it's like I ask people in advance because I know that they have to get their schedules aligned. Right. Because if I don't ask them like today in a week, then it won't fucking happen. Like, there's people out there that'll fucking say like, oh, I'm with my girl, can we do it tomorrow? And I'm like, bro, like, if you don't do it today, then I got shit to do tomorrow. Yeah. Like, I can't do that.
See, that was one thing we definitely got good at, was knowing who's bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's why we have such a good group now, is because everyone in there is serious. Right. You know what I mean? If they're not, then I know for a fact me and him have pretty open eyes to who's serious and who's not. You know, people like people will give you their answer without you having to tell them.
Right. 100%. 100%.
And so it definitely made me pay attention a lot more this whole entire like journey we've had so far.
Yeah, it really feels cool.
Like everything.
It feels like a new set of eyes. Like, you know, Assassin's Creed, you press controller in. Yeah. It's like the whole Eagle Vision. Yeah. That's what it feels like sometimes. It's just like, you know,
yeah, if you get your shit aligned up and everything, and you just do, and you're literally doing you, but also with the fucking collective and fucking making shit happen. Like you said, you had fucking 130 songs, and you got this and that going on. It's like, bro, like that shit works not just because of you, but with everybody, you know? And everybody fucking eats at the end of the fucking day, you know?
Yes. See, that's all I want, is for everybody to fucking succeed together.
Right,
you know?
Right. And fucking that's how the podcast started. I was with my homeboy LJ, and then I moved, and then it got kind of harder for me and him to get together, and then I moved to Canyon, and then it got really hard. Right. And to the point where he couldn't show up. And, you know, he was in New Mexico. And so I couldn't drive every week to fucking do that, you know. But in the end, it kind of worked out to the point where it's like, if we were continuously doing that, then I wouldn't be doing this. You know? And it's like, damn, like, you know, sometimes it just fucking works out. Sometimes it just fucking works out like that. Yeah. Fucking, so, getting into the fucking music and shit, bro, like, what's, if y'all want to get into it, but like, what's your vision for your music? Like, what's the forefront? Like, what are you trying to get at? What's the motive?
So, collective wise or single career wise?
Single career wise, especially for you, you know.
Okay. Well, I for sure like I do a lot of envisioning and like putting into the universe and stuff, and just like I for sure want to be up there. Like I'm not looking to blow up or like get the most fame or money. I'm just for sure wanting to get that impact and that inspiration, and like I want to open up some doors on like weird sounds and stuff, you know, because there's some cool, different things that I do, and especially for me being Mexican and stuff, because I feel like a lot of Mexicans are very limited to like certain kind of rappers and like capabilities and things. You know what I'm trying to say? Like we have, so there's so many creators, like really individual creators and innovators and stuff. Like there's a lot of zeitgeist in rap, but there's not many Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? So my top 3 I would say is like of all time is Kid Cudi, Kendrick, and like Earl. You know, but they're not Mexicans. I don't know anybody. So for sure,
I can give you 3. I can give you Snow the Product, SPM, and Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Like there's Mexican rappers on like that are like, I'm just talking more as a diverse type of sound. You know, like getting into alternative. Like we have Kuku, we are Kuku. There's, you know, we also have Shoreline and stuff. But I really want to hit that forte, or someone that's like of a Travis Scott, of a Kanye West, and like that. You know, that's really what I'm after, is like legacy and stuff. And I really feel like I can achieve it if I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and like working on music every day and understanding music is literally the core of a lot of things, you know?
Right, 100%.
That's what I'm pushing for. And that's what my thing is.
In your fucking songs, we were talking just a little bit at the outside and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking a little bit about like you said you wanted to be diverse and stuff. Does that mean like even with beats? Does that mean with lyrics and vocals and all that stuff, like everything just being different? Because like Kid Cudi has a lane. The way he does his verses and shit, his melodies and his her harmonies and shit, and he fucking hums and stuff. Like when the Kid Cudi song comes on, that's Kid Cudi. Are you trying to get to that point, or are you trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna do an album like this, and then next year I'm gonna do an album like this, and it's all gonna be different?
Everything's for sure gonna be different, and I'm for sure gonna be growing. But I want to create my own sound. I really want to make my own lane, whereas you're able to know, oh, that's 4DRIAN, that's a 4DRIAN type of sound.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of like hums and ad libs and like certain things I do, things I talk about in my songs, like that are like hidden at surface. But it's So I for sure would like to create my own sound and be up there as like an innovator. That's for sure something that really, really drives me every day when I make music. It's like that,
Right.
It's just like pushing for it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and it's not an if, it's just a win. So I just want to keep doing me and then see where it goes.
Yeah. And what about you? You do. So let me get this straight. You produce?
Yeah.
And you make your own music too.
Yeah.
So how does that work? What? Let's do it. Let's talk about it like it's a side hustle. Do you see your music as a side hustle compared to the producing, or do you see your producing as a side hustle compared to your music?
Producing is the side hustle to my music.
Okay.
That's the way I've always seen. Because honestly, I never wanted to be a producer.
Right.
But it gave me more opportunity and more opportunity to network.
Right. Right.
And it helped me in the long run, because now that I got a lot better at beats, I have more control for like everything. And I was glad it went that way, because I love vocals, man. I love to mess with vocals. It's like my favorite.
A lot of producers are into always fucking with vocals.
Yeah,
man.
dude. It's I don't know. I want to say it's my favorite for sure.
Right.
Vocals, bro. And so like I got real huge into vocals like 4 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And got better at mixing because of beats.
Oh, right.
Right. It made my production like ×2, especially because this motherfucker.
That's something I feel like that's something we've always been able to work with. Is like we're real dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Because when we met, I had these rappers that I was making beats for, right? And I was making like albums and songs. I was putting my beats in recent, like kind of like Metro type stuff.
Right.
So I was just strictly producer and engineer, but like I didn't record people. And he like was a rapper and he was like do vocals and stuff. So we just kind of met up and we just kind of like started like showing each other our trades and like building each other's skills. So like literally June, July is when I became a rapper. Like I've only been like I've always rapped on the side and did little songs here and there, but like as like if you find them, But I never wanted to be. I wanted to be a producer, and that wasn't until like July. And I dropped a song called June. Yeah, July when I dropped Come Ride with the Demon. And then really because he had helped me like you got a voice, just try it. So I started trying shit.
I was like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Right.
And especially like me around someone like Rhino, like this dude who like helped me like find my sound type of stuff. It was really cool being around like those two, but especially Simple, where I learned how to use FL and started like recording rappers and recording my own vocals and stuff.
Right.
And then I was able to show them a lot of things I knew with the beats and everything. Yeah. So yeah, I feel we really like have good chemistry when we hop in the studio and stuff.
Yeah. So you start producing at what age? When did you start getting into music and stuff?
When I was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. When I had my first kid at 17, and that I basically just got addicted to that. And then I think like 3 years later, I started dropping music.
Yeah.
And then I just sat inside for like those 3 years while I raised my kid, and I would just make music every day.
Yeah, you needed something else to do.
Yeah, and
wait, was it a single dad situation, or was it just
no? I just I was doing a lot of drugs back then, and so like it was just my replacement. I got addicted to music instead of having anything else.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And so then I found myself like cooking, drinking, music, cooking, drinking, music, like every fucking day.
Yeah.
And then for like 3 years, after the 3 years was up, I dropped like I think 67 songs.
Yeah.
That year I put it out, and then just started to like put myself out there more.
Yeah.
And started networking and shit, and then that's how me and him ended up meeting.
Right.
Because it was just dropping.
Shout out Kai-Fi.
Dropping shit. Yeah.
Shout out Kai-Fi.
Kyler, yeah.
Fucking. And what about you? When did you start doing it? Like, when did you start, like, literally, like, you know, rap here, rap there, hanging out with friends? Like, did you know that you were gonna be doing music like this?
Yes, I did actually. Age? Like, as a kid, I for sure knew I was gonna do something on TV.
Right.
Like, when I was growing up, I wanted to be like, I used to want to be a break dancer because I was watching like Chris Brown's Big, and like all those dance moves. So I was like, I can do that too.
Right.
And then I think I started doing sports stuff, and I got into wrestling, and then I had left it, or some things that happened, so I was like, I didn't have nothing else to do, and it was like my sophomore year. So then I got put in this class called Audio and Visual, and they had GarageBand on like this Mac, and I was like, what the fuck? I can make like my own beats for like.
No shit.
And I was like, damn, I thought this is what like millionaires do. Like, that's how I was singing at the time because I didn't have like stuff like that, you know?
Right.
Like I had a whole ass Android phone for like the same one for like 4 years that I like, but no, for sure. Like I seen that and I found it, and I just started like playing with sounds, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a producer. Literally, like my like third day making beats, and so I just been making beats every day, like in school from like fucking sophomore to all the way senior year, and then after school I didn't have to make beats, so like I didn't get this Mac, and then I just started making beats on GarageBand, and then now I taught myself on Logic, and now I'm learning on FL, so it's just been making beats on my sophomore year when I was 15.
Right.
So yeah, 5 years now.
Here's the thing. I got a question for y'all. You know, I feel like y'all can answer this question. This is the first question I've asked people before. I have this hard time dealing with fucking growing up and having these fucking homies and shit and best friends and people that I know have this passion for something, right? And we all fucking grow up and we do our own thing and they stop. I have a real fucking hard problem with dealing with that shit. Because, you know, I've been doing music since I was 6 years old. I've been playing drums since I was 6. I played in churches. I'm a fucking drummer at heart. Then I started doing my rap when I was 14. And then, like I said, I started doing podcasts last year. This is what I've been wanting to do. Never stopped at it. Even if the hardest fucking times, I never fucking stopped, you know. Mm-hmm. What gets people to fucking break that shit, bro? What is it about? What is it about a passion like this, or a passion that anybody wants to fucking do, whether it be something that might not make money at all? Right. What gets people to say, I'm fucking done with this shit. I can't do it no more.
Love.
Yeah,
really just loving what you do.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Fear.
Because, like, I mean, like you said, you had a fucking kid, bro.
Yeah,
it had to have been fucking
I have two
tough.
Kids.
You have 2 kids right now, but it had to have been tough at the beginning. Like, you're like, I'm doing music.
Yeah.
You know? How fucking silly. You know? And because I have a daughter, too.
Right.
And that shit always goes through my head, like, you know, what the fuck are you doing, bud?
Yeah.
Like, you have a daughter, you know? And it's like, well, fuck it. You know?
I think, like I said, I think it's more emotion-based, like why people end up having, well, fear, I guess, yeah. Because, like, there's a lot of shit mentally I feel like you gotta pass to be able to be, like, that dedicated to something, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And so, like, until you go through, like, those experiences, it's like life will test you and ask you if you're ready, if you ask for it.
Right.
But you won't, you know what I mean? Like, if you're that type of person that gets scared when something is an opportunity or whatever it is, you know? Because if you're definitely not right mentally, it's hard for you to do anything.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta not care.
Yeah.
You gotta not care what people think.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can lie. Being mentally stable, make some cool ass music.
Yeah.
Right,
like
right.
It's just,
Creative wise,
yeah,
I'd be losing my shit.
And you make like some crazy stuff. Shout out Alice next month. But yeah, you know what he said.
It's just like, bro, like I started my first job when I was 15. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still am working. I mean, I never stopped working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Collectively, I probably was unemployed for a month since I was 15 all the way till now I'm 26.
Mm-hmm.
I have not stopped working. And some of these homies that I have and stuff, they have these passions and shit, and they're not doing anything with it, even when they don't have a fucking job. You know, especially with, like, COVID and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, I hear you, and I know that it could be great. Why the fuck are we sitting on our ass right now?
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like that fucking dad, bro, where it's like, you know, like those dads when you're going to school and stuff, like, get your fucking grades up, play football, and do the best you can. I'm like that dad, but in the sense of, like, you have you can play guitar, you can fucking rap, you can produce and shit. Why aren't you fucking doing it right now?
Right.
I will literally buy you the fucking equipment if that's the problem. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. And they still don't do that stuff. And they end up pawning their fucking guitars or fucking just selling out or whatever. And I'm like, bro, like, what is it, bro?
Some
like,
people are just lazy, you know? Yeah. They're not going to get up and do the work because it sounds like a lot. And then not even that, like, simple to the fear. Like, who knows if it's going to work or not. So it's like, well, why put time in this? There's a 1 in a million chance. Yeah, that voice creeps up a lot, but you can't, you know.
That, or it could be certain situations. You know what I mean? Some people get blind by other shit and then lose sight of what they really like, you know?
Right.
Then it's too late at that point because you already did all that shit.
You already did all of it.
And you have no push, no motivation, nothing. You're not gonna.
So do you think the collective that y'all have? Do y'all think that it's healthy? The way you know, I bet you there's been situations where like you're in your house, you're like, bro, I don't want to do shit, and fucking Simple's like, bro, we gotta fucking do this song right now. Like, get your ass over here to fucking. We'll smoke real quick. We'll get a fucking tall boy and we'll fucking get it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there ever days where you don't feel it, or like Simple doesn't feel it, and y'all are like, bro, like, come on, stop being a pussy. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's more of the we gotta send each other home.
Oh, no shit.
Type shit. Yeah. You're like, bro, you need to go sleep.
Yeah, we're in there working all the time. Like,
no shit.
Sometimes we just crash there and stuff like
24/7.
There's not a time when we're not, where everybody's always grinding something.
For the whole entire time we've been there.
Yeah, and
no shit.
When we're
At
not,
one point I lived there. I swear. Yeah, 24/7.
We have so many projects and stuff. Like, so many things. Like, we just have our work ethic isn't a problem. It's just more as a presenting it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's it, because we have tons of work.
Basically, like, the start of what we did, like doing shit like that 24/7 was like the only thing we lack, was actually putting ourselves in these situations to be seen.
But now that we're able, it's just really growing and learning where to go and where to stand, because you don't want to just go anywhere, because anywhere would just rub you off, and you want the best first impression. That's when we performed and did that. It was the best first impression, not only for y'all, but for social media and for certain things. So it's really
bro, y'all got some badass fucking like videography on those bitches, bro. Like, cause you were playing and stuff, and then y'all did like little snippets and shit. And it fucking, it's a vibe, bro.
It's more quality over quantity for sure. Right. Like, always, like, you want to show out every time. You want to do everything out of love, not for love and stuff, you know? So if you do things for chasing something, you're not going to get the best. But if you do things literally for yourself, just being yourself, and like that, like setting so many high expectations for yourself, you know? Right. And like that show.
Right.
You'll do that every time, and you could do it like once a month, but you'll start growing trust and gaining fans and like relationships and stuff, you know? So it's really about quality. A lot of people really need to like think about the quality of it.
Right.
Like taking yourself serious, you know?
Bro, this phone does not stop.
Yeah, fucking phones, bro. What was it? Sadzilla was on last week, and he put his phone on the fucking table, and like every 15 minutes it was like 30 of those motherfucking bites. It was like, I'm like, bitch, turn your fucking phone off, dog.
It sucks.
Or fucking put it in your pocket.
Like, you gotta turn on, but you never know if something's ever gonna happen and stuff. So it's like
right. So when did you when did you actually make your first song? What was your first song ever, and how did that fucking work out?
Like, when I first started being a rapper.
Yeah. Like, whenever you said, you know, I'm gonna be a rapper. Your first song. How did that shit work out?
He's talking about the first song I put out when I decided to be a rapper. That's Come Ride with the Demon. I dropped it July 14, and then I was surprised how well it did. Well, I made myself a known producer, so I was meeting people I already have relationships. Yeah. So I came like, oh shit, this guy's rapping. Yeah. You know, so like I did it, and I was already working on my sound for so many, like, just being in the studio. So when I finally showed my sound, my voice, it was like, damn, it did pretty good. I got like 1,800, about 1,900 on SoundCloud. So then my second song ever was Been Told, and that got like 3,000, 500-600. It's steady growing, and then
no shit.
It's been good.
We would literally trap ourselves in the room sometimes.
And you're like, you gotta fucking do it. You gotta fucking put this shit out for real.
Well, it's more like just make it like you gotta sound good. You gotta sound, you know what I'm saying? We're always attacking each other's sound and making sure we sound great.
Fucking, growing up, did you grow up in Amarillo?
Yeah.
And you grew up in Amarillo too? Yeah. I feel like Amarillo did have the spotlight for a little bit, and I talk about this a lot on the podcast because I want people to understand that Amarillo does have potential to be a music town. Because especially like within country music and stuff, you know, it's very popular. I mean, it's one of those towns where people meet up. I don't know if you know this, and I don't know. I know that you like them too.
Hey, yo, Michael Feck. One more time.
Hey, yo, microphone check 1 2. What is this? We're at MTV Play Music. Where we play the hottest newest track out of. Right now, we got 4DRIAN performing his song "Substance." 4DRIAN, will you come out here? Yeah, hold on real quick. Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, yo, check this out. This is MTV Play Music, and today we're playing the hottest news artist out of the city right now. Today we got 4DRIAN performing "Substance" straight out of Amarillo, Texas. Hey, bro, you finna pull up?
Yeah, I got the shit.
Alright, babe. You know how we do it. I needed that.
She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like it when I leave, 'cause every time I'm getting weak. Faded all alone and I be falling to the feet. And all the pains that I know sure is nightmares in my sleep. Walking with my demons, got the 40 next to me. I be geeking in this bitch, you see me laughing, I don't cry. I'm trying to get this money on the block, I stay outside. Got too many problems that I hold on the inside. Lately I can't find a reason to solve them, but I try. Lately I be wicked to the core. Fuck my mental, I been tripping, y'all adore. Make a song about my sadness and y'all love me encore. Turn around to me a word when you only want it for. I know what they want when they walking through the door. See their eyes left and right, many times it's a bore. When I die, you can catch me washing up on the shore. 'Cause I be drowning in the wave, but I still smile in the morning. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. I know that shawty not so good, but she in my money. Probably feel misunderstood, but you still my type. I know you tryna rest your view, girl, look me in my eye. I want you back, you want me too, but you always gon' deny it. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance. She don't like me when I'm off the substance.
Yo, this has been 4DRIAN performing "Substance."
But I got word that Suicide Boys is in town and they're staying in a hotel downtown. But yeah,
What the fuck? How do we find them? What the hell? I'm about to be like, I'd have been told. What the hell? I was wearing the shirt at that performance that it was an Anarchy limited edition.
yeah, Suicide
And a
Boys
sweater.
is just passing through. I don't know what they're doing, but they're passing through Amarillo and they're staying here tonight. Don't know where the hotel is or anything, but I know it's downtown.
They would swarm. Amarillo
Bro, that's where our
swarm
studio-
that motherfucker.
No, we gotta get in. We gotta know somebody who knows somebody. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
honestly,
finna call somebody.
let's figure it out, bro. Get them on fucking podcast, do a fucking few songs, bro. Bars.
Bro, what the?
That'd be crazy.
I don't know what I do. Ain't nobody fucking with me like they used to.
But like I said, you know, Amarillo being used to being a really big music town. Now it's not. It's dying. What do you think the cause of that is? What do you think the cause of the? Because there's a lot of diversity. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing different things, and their sounds are different and shit. Mm-hmm. But what is it that's stopping people from pursuing and making it like that? You know,
It's ego and division. Like there's
Right.
like I remember 2015, 2016, 17, like just watching certain people like where they're getting spotlight, where Amarillo's getting talked about,
Right.
and like being a fan of it. But it's really just ego and division. It's just lack of resources. Well, for sure, lack of resources, because we don't have a lot of resources here like that. Like we have people who have stuff, but they don't know how to share it, and they have
Right.
like their own type of feeling about it. So it's really just resources and reaching out and knowing where to start.
Right.
Because there's like I don't know. I know what you're saying. Like there's a lot of people popping, but we just don't have
it's
a stable
not,
thing here.
We are popping. There's
Mm-hmm.
people are popping, but you know, if you get into the mix of everything, the house gig was y'all's first time.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all go to fucking bars that do open mics and live events, you will see the diversion, like you said, on stage to the point where it's like nobody will fuck with rap.
Nobody fucks with anybody like at the performance he did.
The quote unquote big dogs, the big dogs that own like the bars and shit and the live scene, don't fuck with rap. And it hurts because there are tons of fucking people out here that are hungry for this shit. We got shout out to 806, fucking Eli, fucking Smokey B. Shout out to fucking Swammy J. You know, we have a fucking collective, Jeffrey Neurotic, all them motherfuckers.
Shout out to Alex, shout out to JMK, shout out to Dreamy, shout out to Rhino, shout out to, who am I missing? Cruz, Roscoe, True Up, Crayon Box Nikki, Kid Jerk. There's who else? Who else am I missing? CD3, Trey. There's more people missing. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Kid Carrillo, Sadzilla. I mean, Sadzilla's got a fucking platform, but you know he's still in the group, and like nobody's gonna fuck with his shit here because when you go on stage, people expect fucking. And I'm sorry if you like country music, but people expect country music. People expect fucking cumbias and fucking Hispanic music, and it's cool. I get it, bro. But we're trying to fucking move here, and y'all are the ones stopping it. The bar scene is the one stopping this shit, and
that's why you just take it.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. We're just taking it.
We're just fucking taking it.
Yeah, because they're not. We've already had times we don't let us in, so we're taking everything and then we're returning it.
Right,
slowly.
That's one thing in the future where we already have lined up. Just know.
Oh yeah,
just know.
You got some like gigs coming up.
More like seeds and stuff like It's just relation being in the right place in the right time and just knowing the right people and knowing who knows you. Number one is always know who knows you.
Right.
You know.
We're definitely trying to. I guess I could say one of the goals, at least that I have in my head, is to definitely to create that more of a rap scene for sure.
Right.
Just like that scene in general. Like, I don't know. It could be like if no one just gave a single fuck.
Right.
But, you know, people. But fucking shit, we're gonna change it. Watch, I'm telling you, man.
100%. I feel like we could change it.
Most definitely.
But the thing is like when things get moving, people start moving away, and it's like Amarillo has like I said, Amarillo has potential, but when we do start moving in those ways, then people are like, oh well, I lived here and now I don't.
That's what people mess up on is they don't understand that Amarillo doesn't have a name like that yet. Like you can't like someone who could leave from like. What's like Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Go out somewhere from Brooklyn, they have a base for them and something to build off of other places, but we don't have that yet. Right. Too many people get big head and think that their shit already, go different places. I can do the same thing here, but no one cares who you are over there. It's about building your fans, getting a connected relationship with like where you're from and staying there, and then taking them with you. You don't leave and be like, I'm from there, I'll push y'all. No, you take that whole image, take that whole sound with you. Right. And that's why New Era is a movement. So no matter where everyone goes, new era, and hopefully New Era becomes a staple of Amarillo, and maybe one day we'll have a New Era day in Amarillo.
Yeah. No, not only that, but I think another reason that everything has gone pretty good is because, like, I don't ever feel a sense of entitlement for a goddamn thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not shit just as much as the next guy.
Right.
And so I think that's something that definitely has carried us a long way is that we don't, like, I don't give a fuck that I make music. I love making music because I love making music.
Right.
Yeah.
But besides that, I feel like I'm just a normal person. And, like, some people get too tied up of being entitled.
Yeah.
Because they do certain shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's what people forget is that really you got here because you make music, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't want to put certain people on, click out, have an image for this. Like, we literally, there's these two dudes named CD3 and Tino who we just started working with last year. Like, they were like the second time studio ever was in our studio. And now we got them performing at like the third to last at the performance tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
It's really just about like music. And that's because everything will come with music, money, all that. So it's just being important in music and growing a relationship and everything else will come.
Yeah.
Right.
Fruition.
And that's one thing that we definitely haven't really gave a fuck about is the money. We just want to, like, establish. Like, we have so many artists that are so talented.
Right.
That it's just like, I don't know. I don't see why to be selfish about it. You
know?
Like, I just want to, like, spread everything.
People don't
spread out all of
people
this
get people get comfortable with the comfortable and they don't want to fucking move in the future and shit. And that's like, that's what everything, bro. Everything's moving fast right now. And you know, if you're not in the know, you need to get in the fucking know because the know is
in the know.
Yeah, for real. Get in the know because the know's gonna fucking leave your ass, and then you're gonna be one of those ODs that have no fucking idea what's going on.
You be like, oh no, you should have got with the know.
Oh no, you should have fucking know.
Yeah, bro, you gotta know the know. If you don't know, then I don't know.
Right now, I feel like it's we could chill out for a second. I shout out a song. I shout out an artist that people don't normally know. Right at this moment, we're gonna be we're gonna listen to Wasteland. That is Wasteland, and we're gonna listen to the Hell Sung, which is HELLSUNG. That's on YouTube, and look up Wasteland with EGZ. Here it is.
We're not good.
There you go, guys. That is Wasteland, featuring EGZ. The song is called Hellsung. That is Wasteland, featuring EGZ. The song is called HELLSUNG. Go check that shit out. Really fucking good fucking artist. I feel like he kind of went on the fucking path of like Suicide Boys type shit.
That's what I felt too.
I feel like a lot of people are getting into the OG fucking Triple Six Mafia type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that chop, but
like dark melodic fucking. But and that's the thing. It's been here for a long time. You know, it's been here for a while. It's probably like what 90s, maybe early 2000s. That shit's been going on. It's just one of those things where like we are forming in a way that the new era can understand. You know, the old era, the OG shit, like they understand all of that, like the way they do. But like Suicide Boys, fucking Puya, Ghostmane,
Ramirez,
they're forming this new era OG shit. Terror Reed, for example, him too, that feels good for our generation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people don't like. A lot of OGs that listen to that stuff don't fuck with them.
Simple Kid.
Yeah, but we do, you know. But yeah, I
you
fuck
got a
with.
sound.
Shout out to Wasteland. That shit was fucking fire. I want to set something aside and talk about something kind of serious that I feel like I need to, because a lot of people don't know this in the music scene. About me is that I'm very political. I'm very emotion driven and opinionated. And today, Kyle Rittenhouse walked out of that fucking courtroom without any charges. And I want people to understand that whatever happens lawfully, I understand, I get it, lawfully. We just have to roll with the punches and shit. But a lot of people didn't understand where I was coming through, especially on Facebook. People don't understand the terms that you have to use with people, like in his case. He did something illegal, and that wasn't the worst part that he did. He killed people. You know, he shot people down and they died. and people were trying to defend him, whether it be like it was in self-defense, yada yada yada, try to dig up all the bullshit that the victims
what
had.
happened?
So BLM, the protest, the riots and stuff were going on. Kyle Rittenhouse took it upon himself to go and protect certain individuals, businesses, or whatever the fuck he was doing. Whatever his motive was, it was to bring a gun and walk the streets with the BLM to make sure that they weren't doing anything wrong. And he was a kid. I think he was like 18 or something like that. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong in that situation, but he was walking around the streets and he had a fucking AK-47 in his fucking hand, and he was walking down the street. While all this was happening, people noticed that he was walking with an AK-47, and there was 3 people, I believe, that charged him. They had guns as well, and Kyle shot him, and 2 of them died, and 1 got wounded. I think critically wounded.
Well, so they came at him with guns?
They didn't come at him with guns. They just had guns on them. They just had guns on their person, and they charged him. One of them charged him with a fucking skateboard.
Well, okay, all right. I'm not gonna lie. If I saw someone like charging me on a skateboard with and seeing a gun on them,
right. But here's the deal, and what's bothering a lot of people is the legalization, the I'm not even trying to say the fucking word. What it was, the whole thing is he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, and he wasn't even supposed to have a gun, and he was walking around the street with a fucking gun, and people were trying to stop him. Because they didn't know what his motives were, but he also didn't know what the other people's motives were either. So
it'd be on both sides then, right?
It would be on both sides.
Lack of communication.
Right.
I mean...
lack of understanding.
So they didn't know why he was there. He knew why they were there. Protesting.
Right.
I don't know. So far, it just feels like...
So the thing is, was he going to use it ever? Probably not. But he did it in self-defense, right? They were charging him. He shot. 2 people died. That's the end of it, right?
Yeah.
What people don't understand on my Facebook is that I feel like, in my opinion, it does not fucking matter if you were trying to defend yourself. You did defend yourself. If somebody came into my house, right? If somebody came into my house and they were going to do harm or whatever the fuck they were going to do, they're not welcome anyway. So I have a fucking gun and I shoot and I end up killing that person. Yes, I defended what I have. It's self-defense. I self-defended myself. But at the end of the fucking day, I did murder somebody, and I am a murderer. Whether or not because you don't say, "Oh, I self-defended myself." Yeah. Like you killed somebody. You say, "I killed somebody self-defending myself."
Are we talking about like what you would say? Because I'm agree with you. I mean, you kill someone, you're a murderer. Someone's dead. That's in your hands. But is that the discussion? Or is
that's
more
the discussion. That's
the
discussion. Oh shit!
Oh my
that was my
God.
fault.
I'm just kidding.
Simple, bro. You're supposed to be catching that shit, bro.
Everything's usually more complex than simple for me. I'm not gonna lie.
In my opinion, I have my opinions about Kyle Rittenhouse. In the podcast, people know I have my opinions on Kyle Rittenhouse and the whole situation. But that's not the case. People say that I'm fucking left or right or whatever. That's not the fucking case either. I'm saying that he is a murderer. Mm-hmm. He killed somebody. He murdered somebody, whether or not it was self-defense or not. Mm-hmm. And people need to understand that term, murder. Yeah. You can I could self-defend myself and still harm you and still walk. You can still walk away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Animals do that shit all the fucking time. Black widows are like one of the most. I'm having a stroke or something, bro. Black widows are one of the animals that do that. If you fuck with a black widow, it'll bite you one time. You can walk away from that shit. You won't die because they inject the venom at a certain point. Mm-hmm. If you keep on fucking with it, it'll bite you again and it'll unload on your ass, and then you will die. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Animals do that shit too. I don't understand why people have to go to the full extent of like, you fuck with me, I'm gonna murder you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a warning shot. I know where your legs are at. Boom, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking knee. If you still come at me, boom, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking arm. If you do it again, bro, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking neck and we'll see what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to go to the full extent of like fucking murdering people to the point where it's like, you're gonna charge at me, boom, right there in the fucking heart, you're down on the fucking floor. That's a fucking life, bro. And who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what they did in the past. I don't give a shit if they were R-worded people or abusive or alcoholics or drugs, karma's a bitch. And karma will get them at one point. That's not me. I'm not the fucking judger. I'm not fucking God.
But I don't think it's more as judging or like separate. I don't think it was, or maybe there was malice in his heart, but it's more as like, I don't know, because everybody's different. I mean, everybody's like, if it's sure, because they were, like you said, charging on, like someone's on a skateboard with them, but with a gun on it. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't really say, you know what I'm saying?
And that's me too. I was never there too, so I don't.
It's also like in the heat of the moment and whatever you've seen or something, like, because there's situations where people come up to people like that and something does happen.
Right.
So to not defend yourself is rather be safer than sorry, because at the end of the day, it's like yourself or over anybody, you know?
Right.
So I don't. It's not really about murder. I don't think it's really about him like what they're labeling himself. I'm not sure how to explain it. I don't know.
Like
I just don't like. I don't really get like the big debacle. I guess.
Let's put this.
It seems like they come out with the guns and he shot him, and he's a murder. He's a murder. That's for sure. But like, I don't know.
Let's put you in a situation where you had that situation happen to you. Would you murder right on point? If they were charging at you, would you murder? Would you kill somebody at that point?
Oh yeah, I have more like Harry Potter books to read and stuff. I got things to do, but it's probably, I don't know, but I don't know.
Right.
It's a really tough question.
It is. It is a tough question because I don't know what I would do either.
Mm-hmm.
There's points in time where I'm like, I would fucking just off them and just.
I mean, it's either fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? If someone coming at you like that with a gun, is you're either gonna shoot or run.
Right.
It's really only to do, and he just happened to have a gun, so he was like, "Well, I don't need nobody shooting me back, so I'm gonna get you first."
It's just one of those things too. Is like there's a lot of shit going on at one time. We got George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all that stuff, and people are are leveling out like what the difference is between Kyle Rittenhouse's situation is compared to the victims of everybody else, and it's like there's a lot of stuff happening. Every situation is different, and we have to understand that.
Yeah. For sure, someone dying, that's a big deal. No matter anyone dies, that's a big deal for sure. But I think on a level of injustice in this, and like just with stuff like that, I think George Floyd and Breonna Taylor was not validated at all. Like, they really did wrong. But I don't know too much about this situation besides telling you. But what I'm hearing so far, I wouldn't put on this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
Was a kid.
I wouldn't put on the same scale.
Like if he was scared
if
of
he
the
has a gun,
situation, why the fuck was he there?
That is true.
But it's also like, why are we anywhere? Why is anybody? You know what I'm saying? Anyone could be anywhere. So I just heat of the moment, whether you're right or wrong, you better.
You better post up.
Yeah, so
you better post up.
It's just not the. I wouldn't put in the same as George Floyd and Breonna Taylor or even the George Zimmerman situation like that. That's for sure stuff that needs to be addressed.
Right.
That's still not it's stuff that needs to be fixed and resolved. But with this, I don't know.
Right.
Now for sure there is a problem with like the system itself, like being systematically racist. So I can see like with that bias, it seems like it's that, and that's for sure a problem as well. But I feel like just him solely himself. I mean, him crying like that didn't help out nothing.
Right.
Like I was trying to get him to go to jail. I didn't even know what he did. I was like, why do you look like that? And then
why do you fucking look like
yeah,
it's
like
bozo?
Yeah, I was like, you gotta go, bro. But I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think there's much wrong in it.
That's the thing too. Is like when he went up to court and he started crying like that. I'm like, bro, you had no sympathy. You had no empathy of what was happening. You didn't fucking care. If you cared about those people that you murder, then you would be crying, bro. You would be crying because, dude, like. I don't know if because I have empathy for a lot of things. I'm a very empathic person, and dude, sometimes I'll be just chilling at my job at 3 o'clock in the morning, fucking with tears in my eyes because I can feel the world fucking hurting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that motherfucker murdered 2 fucking people, cold blood, like they were there on the floor. He saw them fucking die.
Probably if
you're fucking pretending to cry on court.
He for sure has trigger finger or whatever. You know, he killed somebody but even whether he whether he cares or not, there's the word attack. You know, they were coming at him. You know, and it's, for real, like you can't help but feel bad about people who die, but it's just real in the situation whether like you feel type of way or not. You know? Because there's some. Imagine if they did shoot him. Imagine if that person did have empathy and he's dead. And now that's a bad stand on BOM and stuff, you know?
Right.
So there's a lot of ways, a lot of things that can go, but I think it's just the facts at the end of the day. And the facts is someone's on a skateboard with the
yeah.
And so could have died.
Yeah. Bars. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in that shit. Because I like talking about music, but I'm a very hot-headed person. And people on Facebook, y'all are dumb as fuck, ignorant always. I don't give a fuck. I'm always right. I am always right. I am Almighty Psy. I don't give a fuck, dude. Come on my Facebook and talk some shit. I'll ruin your ass. I'll ruin it. I'll fucking run you over.
We're going to put the link in the bio.
But yeah, dude, it was cool, man, when we did that fucking, the after party and shit, whenever I rolled up into that fucking place, it was like, I never seen this shit before. This shit's wild. Like, out of fucking nowhere, just y'all had that shit just popping off and stuff. And I was like, damn, like, where the fuck were y'all at? Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Where the fuck have y'all been, dog?
It's just, we got a lot. We're a lot of word of mouth. Yeah. So if you know, you know.
Right.
It'll for sure get to the point where, like, you know, everyone's going to know. But right now, we're word of mouth. If you know, you know. And that's just really helping out our case. Right. I think the fact that there's people that know, like, if you're in the know, it helps us out a lot. It's really about image, like your image and how you're trying to push and where you're trying to go in the direction and just having certain people involved and not. So
right.
I kind of like,
right people.
Yeah.
The right people. And
then once things are like more like stable, then everyone's gonna know.
So when are y'all gonna try to pop things off as in as in having haters and shit, or do y'all already have haters? Oh shit.
Yeah, there's some interesting characters that
I don't know if I have haters or not. I know I don't know, probably.
No,
I don't know.
That's all cap. He knows. We talk about it. You're able to see a lot. Like, just
I don't know.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all.
Help us out a lot bigger than y'all know.
Bro, I've had one hater. I've had one hater for the podcast. One hater. Really? Well, I've had two. One was because they just knew who I was, and they were like, "Fuck you, I don't like you anyway." Mm-hmm. One of them was he was trying to content copy, and you know you were fucking content copying, dog. Like, I'm okay with podcasts doing this shit. Like when you go on YouTube, there's 3 podcasts called MOSHCAST, right? Mm-hmm. And they all do music, right? But they're in different fucking parts of the city. Like, they're in different parts of the world, you know? Oh, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's not a big fucking deal. And plus, it's MOSHCAST with Almighty Sai. Like, I already have a fucking name. It's not, and we're all different. Mm-hmm. But this motherfucker was on my Facebook. Like, he knows me as a person. And the day that I started doing fucking interviews, he's like, hey, bro, like, I'm going to start doing shit on my fucking YouTube. I'm like, bro, fuck out of here, dog. Like, we're literally, like, almost next door to each other. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's obvious, bro. And I posted up on him. I was like, hey, bro, like, you know, it would be nice if you just come up to me and ask me, like, how do I do this? Or I could have fucking helped you or whatever the fuck. But for you to just fucking content copy my ass, it's like a slap in the face. Because I've been growing to do this shit, you know?
So he's just taking everything like you were doing?
Yeah.
Like, he was doing the exact same?
Yeah, he was doing the exact same.
So he was copying like...
Yeah, he was. He was literally copying me.
See, don't try to steal the wave. You might drown.
I definitely have had
and
people do that.
And I'm okay. I'm okay with fucking helping people out and doing this shit. Like, I'm so for it. But to be like Dallas and fucking get a slap in the face and be like, no, I'm just gonna do it me. Yeah. Fuck you. And then him talk shit about me, about my followers and my views and shit. I'm like, bro, fucking eat my cum. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's good. I think it's good to have some type of fucking flame for a hater.
Yeah. If you're getting it, that you know you're doing something right.
Right.
Because people who don't do nothing don't have no haters. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing nothing, you're not out there. If you're not standing for nothing, you're not gonna have an opposition mind. There's controversy and everything. So if you're getting that much like hate, you're doing something right.
Right. 100%. What were you saying? You don't have any haters? I don't think so.
Shut the hell up.
No.
I think you do have something.
I was just kidding. I think. I don't know.
What was the cause? What was the cause, if you don't mind me asking? What's the cause of these fucking...
Oh, my God. Being yourself. That's it.
Yeah, we're not about to say...
We're not hopping in no one's lane. We're not like... You know what I'm saying? We're not coming for anybody like that. It's just doing good. Yeah. Like, they literally doing yourself, and we just happen to be wicked-ass people. That's what we get from being wicked.
I think so.
Pretty
much.
Right. Do you have, does your family support you? Does your family support the shit that y'all are doing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
They're smart. They see a lot.
Right.
Yeah. They know it's like, I can't wait to retire. That guy's finna make some money. And
right.
Don't worry.
My shit, I'm very extreme, bro. And I love my parents and I love my family and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm very extreme to the point where, like, some of the stuff I talk about, people don't like to, but it should be known, you know?
Yeah.
And
exactly, I think that's a good thing that we have too.
Yeah, and you know they say that they support, but they support like in the universe. They support in the fucking heart. They don't support where kind of fucking matters, Mom. Where I need a fucking view or two. Jesus Christ!
What the fuck, Mom?
Come on, jeez.
Anyway. Shout out my mom. Should be reposting me.
Hell
yeah, and shout out my mom.
Hell yeah. That's good, bro.
Me too.
That's good. You know that y'all
profile picture.
My dad's a good supporter too.
Y'all need that shit, bro. Y'all need that shit 100%.
I think He's one of the top listeners.
Yeah.
I think he's like number 6.
Yeah.
I think
your
dad's
your number 1 monthly listener.
He's who has put me on so much. Or really, my parents put me on so much music. Like,
right.
They're always listening to different kind of music. Like there wouldn't. I know so many people just because of them. And then I literally, that guy likes his music.
Right.
So he listens to everything.
So what do you think got you into music? What was it? Do you think that got you into like I'm gonna do this?
Oof, I ain't gone for days.
Was it a certain person? Was it a girlfriend? Was it a fucking artist? Was it what?
It was when I did a worm. In the moonwalk.
You did the worm?
Yeah, in the moonwalk. I was like in 6th grade or 7th grade. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like,
oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, this is me. This is who I am.
And then you're like, well, it can't be doing the dance if I don't go on music.
Well, I did that and I started doing acting like in middle school and stuff. I started doing the plays and it's like, damn, I got to be up here. So it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure something out.
Hell yeah. And what about you, Simple? What was it?
Me, it was just for a long time. I felt like I was getting told like all these qualities were like, hey, you need to get rid of those. Like, I don't fucking like that about you. And so like, I don't know. I was in like an environment where I felt like I lost myself.
Right.
And so I created like Simple, and so Simple was my way of expressing pretty much everything that I felt like was wrong.
Right.
But learned myself throughout like the whole entire thing of music. So it's been pretty cool. I put like a lot into music, like a lot, bro. Like if you want to like, I guess, learn me as a person, literally just listen.
Yeah, just listen. It's like that simple.
A lot of it is just like
beat me to it.
They're like me talking to myself or different stuff like that, but making different concepts about like situations, stuff like that.
Right.
But more creative ways of doing stuff like that.
Right.
To like express it all.
Fucking I told you that I started playing drums when I was 6 years old, and the reason I started playing drums is like I like to say the fake answer is that I was like God gave me the fucking talent, but I was 6 years old and I fucking went to a church and they were kind of like secular, not secular, what's that other word, alternative. So there was a lot of drums and guitar and singing and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a badass bitch that used to play the drums, bro. Right, at that church, bro, and she would dress up and she would have the fucking collared shirt and a fucking tie. And I just saw her and I was like, bro. She had curly short hair and she was just milk white. And I'm like, bro, I want.
You going on about this one?
Yeah, I want that.
You think about this a lot.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, and I'm like, I want that. And so I told my mom, I was like, I want to play drums, Mom, because I wanted to impress her, Yeah. And so I started playing the drums and shit. I started learning how to play the drums, and that was the fucking peak of my fucking. It was all about I think she was maybe in her late 30s, and I was like, this is my bitch for sure. This is my girl for sure, bro.
You were 6 years old?
I was 6 years old. Yeah. Oh, that's my girl for
You're like,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
just staring at it.
And that's where this is where it is today. So if you listen to this, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You fucking know who you are. She probably doesn't even remember who the fuck I am.
You never know. Put it in the universe.
Yeah.
See, I always loved music, like since like a little kid, bro. I did like, fucking. What is it called? The shit in like I think it's called UIL. Right?
Oh yeah, like theater arts and shit.
Yeah, I went and did a whole solo in front of my school when I was younger in like 7th grade.
No shit.
Like that, yeah. But I was always in choir. I love singing, bro. Ever since I was little.
Right.
I never thought I was gonna do music though, like actually like be a producer or anything like that.
Right.
I just loved it.
I think hating choirs really made me get into music too. Like I hated choir. Like all
I fucking loved it.
No, I hated like the teacher. I hated how boring it was to stand and just do re mi for like so much. And like you'd have to do it for like 20 minutes. Like the teacher would play on the piano, and then we had this like dude, and I don't like him at all. Like never did. Like his face stinks, but like, and he's weird, but he just made me hate it so much. Like, bro, you annoy me. So I think I got the chance, like in 5th grade, to join orchestra and do gym. So I was like PE and orchestra, and now I gotta go to choir. Right. Like, I don't want to be in orchestra, but I'm about to play the viola just to not be in there. So I started playing the viola, and I was like, oh, I'm good at this. I wouldn't try it hard, but it was like I like these sounds. And
Right.
I think that's what also helped me push like my whole career, like my music stuff. Is just hating choir.
Just fucking hating.
Yeah.
I did choir 1 year, and I was working at the time, and I would always be late and shit. You know what? To be honest, I did hate fucking choir too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I hated choir. What the fuck?
I stopped right at elementary. I was not gonna do that.
I was in band. I fucking loved band, bro. I was a percussionist. I played the snare drum. I was the hottest shit.
I wish I was
hot shit, bro.
I wish I could play some instruments. I could play the piano, but I don't really know how.
Right. Right. I mean, I guess like a producer. I guess like being a producer. I mean, you play a whole bunch of instruments. Not the way they're not set up, but like you.
Yeah, some reverse engineering keys, some plugs.
Yeah. But I can make some really good melodies, but I don't know how to play the piano.
Oh, you better hear one, Limbo.
I swear.
God, Limbo.
I have a good ear with sound.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're like, I got the fucking eagle sense.
That's what it feels like. I couldn't tell you
ear.
the scale, bro. I don't know it. I just know the software.
Right.
I just know the software really well. Dead ass, no cap. I just experiment a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll come up with sounds. You can hear, you know what I mean? You can hear when something sounds like shit.
Right. Right.
But
I want everybody to know that if I fucking plug your shit and I fucking play your song on the fucking podcast, is that I actually like your music. You know what I'm saying? I do listen to everything. I listen to everyone and everything, and I will give them my full attention, and I will give my opinion. But I do have my favorites and shit. Yeah. And if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Hardcore.
You ever heard a song called Red Dot?
Red Dot by
Izzy with the Glizzy? I feel like it's for sure something I would like to hear your thoughts on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a song for sure.
I thought you were talking about Red Dot Music, fucking Matt Miller and shit, RP.
Oh, no. I like him.
I love Matt Miller, man. He's one of my favorites.
Izzy's another rapper from the city. Shout out Izzy with the Glizzy.
Yeah.
Izzy with the Glizzy is here?
Yeah, he lives in Amarillo.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I went to school with him and stuff.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
I'll
have to check it out.
He has a style for sure.
Yeah, is it strange?
It's... You're gonna love it or hate it.
Is it strange? I find it strange.
Right.
That's just me though.
But it's something.
When I was down bad.
Yeah.
You'll
the
see
beat's so hard.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Izzy with the Glizzy. I guess I'm gonna have to look him up. Bro, plug your shit. What's going on? What's the new shit going on? What's happening?
Oh,
we got a show tomorrow.
We got yeah. Okay, we got a show on Saturday. Today's Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's gonna be headlined by Lil Horn.
9 o'clock.
And but there's
KBG.
that, and then December 18th we got like a big show, or around the 17th to 19th
18th.
we got a show in a venue.
18th.
Oh, the 18th. So we're gonna get that going, and then like for sure show out and have like certain artists, certain people go on that one. And then
right.
I got a new song dropping hopefully next week called Beware, and I'm shooting like a little gift video for it.
Right.
So probably like 60 seconds. Oh my god! And then
sorry, go ahead.
And then I'm dropping a mixtape next month called Alice, or Yours Truly Alice.
Yours Truly Alice.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Is Alice a person, a real life person?
It's beautiful.
It's Alice.
It's beautiful.
I would explain Alice as like someone inside everybody.
How you guys doing? 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 It is your boy Simple. About to do Fade Away, probably one of my top songs. I love it. I appreciate Almighty Sai. I appreciate you a lot. Appreciate 4DRIAN. Shout out to everybody that's on the way up here with me. Let's do this.
Before you're gone, let's smoke a blunt and take a shot and fade away. I could never be the same. All these memories replay, all this lost created gains. I'm stuck in hell, can't hide this pain. Torture me into the grave, keep a smile on my face. Before you're gone, let's smoke a blunt and take a shot and fade away. I could never be the All these memories replay, all this lost created gains. I'm stuck in hell, can't hide this pain. Torture me into the grave, keep a smile on my face. Pour me more to help me cope. Roll me more to help me fucking fade away. Demons at my door, saying evil things. Wonder if I leave, will my life fade away? Yeah, yeah. Pour me more to help me cope. Roll me more to help me fucking fade away. Demons at my door, saying evil things. Wonder if I leave, will my life fade away? Yeah, yeah. Please don't cry if I'm gone when you wake up. Just move on, go and get you some paper. Laughing while you flipping off the hate. Please don't cry if I'm gone when you wake up. Before you're gone, let's smoke a blunt and take a shot and fade away. I could never be the same. All these memories replay, all this lost created gains. I'm stuck in hell, can't hide this pain. Torture me into the grave, keep a smile on my face. Before you're gone, let's smoke a blunt and take a shot and fade away. I could never be the same. All these memories replay, all this lost created gains. I'm stuck in hell, can't hide this pain. Torture me into the grave, keep a smile on my face. 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 Don't cry if I'm gone when you wake up. Just move on, go and get you some paper. Laughing while you flipping on the hater. Please don't cry if I'm gone when you wake up. If I'm gone when you wake up. Gone when you wake up. Gone when you wake up. Before you're gone, let's smoke a blunt and take a shot and fade away. I could never be the same. All these memories replay, all this lost created gains. I'm stuck in hell, can't hide this pain.
Appreciate this opportunity. I really do.
Yeah, it's for sure. Just it's a concept. You ever read a book called Go Ask Alice?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you like it's really inspired loosely off of that, but like my take and twist on the character I kind of created.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I just want to like play the album and then like play when it drops. It's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
But Alice is for sure more as like a vessel, like type of thing.
Something going on.
Yeah.
Oh, universally.
Yeah, something like that.
Hell yeah.
It's for sure in the tundra.
What about you, Simple?
I'm either dropping the song today or tomorrow. I don't know which one I'm gonna drop. I'm dropping a song.
Simple slumped as fuck. He's like, one of these days I'm gonna drop a song. I don't know if it's gonna be today or like tomorrow, but I think sure.
I think I'm gonna either do it next week because I have like different plans I've been having behind songs lately.
Right.
So a couple things I want to do with it. Besides that, we should be doing a lot of shows.
Right.
A lot of shows, like at least every weekend or every other weekend, and.
But for sure, our shows
like separate from New Era. They'll
right.
be,
make some money putting on artists.
Right.
And then
100%.
I'll probably DJ some shit. I could DJ too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you
that
go.
shit's so fun, dude.
This guy's nice.
Oh man.
He does the whole week up he does all that.
Oh yeah, he does the fucking tables and shit.
Oh, shout out Realist, Dom and Devin.
Yeah.
Best rhythm medium, dubstep, all like the robot techno, like that stuff. They're the best one in the town. Get at them.
Yes.
That's it.
Fucking crazy. What was I gonna say?
Go stream Substance out now everywhere. Make sure to keep that song running and going. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You want to plug your fucking Instas and all that, your socials?
Oh
and shit?
yeah. All right. So Instagram at Adrian X 4DRIAN. So.
Adrian X 4DRIAN.
Yeah.
Your shit's gonna be up here too, so they'll see it.
It's like gonna be like floating, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be floating up there.
Mine's pretty simple. It's always been simple. It's always been simple.
Just simple.
It's always been simple.
It's always been simple.
Yeah, it's always been simple.
I was like, no way. There's no way you got just the fucking word simple.
That would be cool though.
That would be fucking badass.
No, I tried.
Like, fuck.
I'm not gonna lie.
They're gonna pay me. Are you gonna pay $5,000 for this name? Fuck off. Fucking.
Yeah.
But you know who I am, Almighty Sai. Instagram is Almighty _S.I.G.H. You can find me on fucking YouTube at MOSHCAST with Almighty Sai. You can find me there. You can go to my fucking website at undeniablemisfortune.com, where we find our fucking albums, merch, Grim D, Carol the Chosen, LJ, all that fucking shit's on there.
Let them know.
Let them know. Let them know. And we're going to be doing a lot of other shit with the fucking podcast. Keep a lookout for fucking Song Call, MOSHCAST Backstage, all the good shit. But like always, guys, have a good fucking week and go fuck yourself.
We made this crazy ass beat.
Wow, we trapped this. I think it's when we trapped ourselves in there.
Yeah.
I can never sleep because my bitch is on the motive. Fighting with the world because I'm human with emotions. Disconnect the world. Disconnect the world. I can never sleep because my bitch is on the motive. Fighting with the world because I'm human with emotions. Disconnect the world, I'm bored of all my windows. Lose my fucking mind and take some drugs straight to the mental. I can never sleep because my vision's on the motive. Fighting with the world because I'm human with emotions. Disconnect the world, I'm bored of all my windows. Lose my fucking mind and write my thoughts with a pencil. Just be thankful for what you have, never take it for granted. When I'm stuck all by myself, I say thank you to planets. Another life on this earth, and these decisions I'm left with made the man that's created. What will I leave on this earth? Beside my past and accomplishments, my own past to build me up, and that's the shit that fucked me up. All the reasons I am numb made me learn to trust myself. I'm falling hard with angel wings. I met a God who speaks and speaks a lot of evil things. They say it's wrong, but somehow I feel so heavenly. I met a God who be speaking of these evil things. They say it's wrong, but somehow I feel so heavenly.
Shit, I like to think I'm a changed person. To protect my temperament, they don't need more than some shady churches. Just fuck the rhetoric. Let them see what they want. Matter of fact, let them test it, just let them treasure it. I'll be creeping like a crescent presence. They only feast my malice. Said in my dreams of sadness. Well, he told me he holding for fire to the eyes of madness. She told him use a callous. Sipping and drink from chalice. Cause life's a bitch. She'll fuck the op. That's when you bring the Mac 10. Pimp the fuck out the bitch. And that's one hell of a night. When you pull them blinds on trip surprise when you glimpse who's inside. Judas was at that table too. You think he'll circle tight? All these bitch ass squares out of shape. Stable of Luda's eyes. All these snakes in the grass. But I still come outside. All of these faces in the past. Somehow I still confide. Bury me with my peace. I don't know where Jesus died. They say that death knows a peace. But I've only ever seen the strife. My pallbearers be the tears that carry my nightmares. And all my heirs be the hair till all of my time share. I cry out loud, scared of my fears. I swear when borrowed time is up, demons go swallow my whole time square. Demons go swallow my whole time square. When borrowed time is up, demons go swallow my whole time.